Article 1, Section 8, Clause number 16 of the United States Constitution states that Congress shall have power to provide for organizing, arming, and disciplining the militia, and for governing such part of them as may be employed in the service of the United States, reserving to the states respectively the appointment of the officers and the authority of training the militia according to the discipline prescribed by Congress. What this means is that Congress has complete control over the military except for choosing the officers and for training them in basic training or officer training and things like that. And, well, Congress is a part of the federal government. Besides officering and training the troops, the federal government controls every single part of the military. And of course, the military is a very integral part of our society. But here's some more specific ways of how the Congress controls the military and how the military deals with us. One of the main ways that the entirety of our country is involved is that all men between the ages of 25 and 18 must register for the draft. Even though the draft has not been really put into much use ever since the Vietnam War, it's still something that all men must sign up for. This is how it works. When it's done by the US military, they do a lottery system, and those between 18 to 25 are chosen first for this draft. If a draft is authorized by the United States Congress or by the President, a lottery is based on the birthdays. Those who turn 20 during that year must be the first to be inducted. And then 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 19, and lastly 18 years old are involved. But what happens if someone doesn't register? If someone doesn't register, they can't obtain federal financial aid for school, they can't obtain a federal job, U.S. citizenship, or a federal job training, and they may be up to a fine of $250,000 and jail time of up to 5 years. According to Veterans United, the minimum age to join any branch of the military is 17 years old. Despite the age of drafting being 18 years old, most people meet their first recruit at age 17. But, according to the Army Times, the Army is thinking about starting to talk to those as age as young as 12 years old. The Army isn't the only branch that seeks out young individuals, though. The Naval Academy, for example, starts at the age of 14 years old. The reason why the military wants to start at so young is because they want to make sure they're one of the first influences or one of the first job opportunities that these children meet. I was recently offered an offer of employment to the United States Naval Academy. My first impression of the Naval Academy was at 14 years old when I attended the United States Naval Academy summer seminar. From there, I met a various amount of officers that graduated from the academy and other officers that graduated from other academies such as West Point, Marine Merchant, and Air Force, where I was able to attain that influence of military life into my life, and that further inspired me to attend the United States Naval Academy and to pursue it as my college career.
In the year 1986, when my dad turned 21, he decided it was time for him to enroll in the U.S. military. He wanted to go into engineering, so he decided that going to the Air Force was the best decision for him. When one enrolls in the military, they're able to get a lot of benefits from the U.S. government. One of the benefits that one can get is healthcare. The military health system provides healthcare for members, retirees, and dependents.
Our country's character, I think we would say, could be measured in a few ways. One of them is how we treat those who we send off to battle.
One other thing that military members can get is housing. Members and veterans can apply for home loans and grants from the Department of Veterans Affairs.
It's more than just recruiting the right people and providing the best training. If we're going to maintain the greatest fighting force in all the world, we need to make sure we do right by our active duty military men and women as they transition to civilian life and being a veteran.
Another thing that they can get is life insurance. All members are enrolled in service members' life insurance. People who are retirees can enroll in the survivor benefit plan.
Mr. Speaker, one of our highest responsibilities as a Congress is to ensure our veterans receive the timely, highest quality care they deserve from trained professionals, and I'm pleased that with your leadership, Chairman Takano, that this bill, with my sponsorship as well, the VET HP Act, will directly support these priorities. Thank you, and I yield back.
An aspect where you can clearly see how much importance the country gives to its government is a comparison between our Army services and the services between other countries. My cousin served in the Cuba military government, and I know personally for him it was an awful experience because not only was the country not unified and not fighting for the same causes and had different political ideals that was enough to break away the pride and the strength that the country had, but also he wouldn't get any services, any benefits as many other Army servers do. So it took away motive for him to serve. There was no pride, there was no reasoning behind the service and the hard work he was trying to do. So the government placing, and the rest of us as a country, placing importance and placing value into the hard work that our military does will change not only the way they serve, but the benefits and outcome of what they do. Another great thing that the military has is that the purpose for our military here in the United States is that, down to its core, it's to protect the people. Not only themselves and the politicians, but us as a country and us as civilians of this great country. Instead, the country of Cuba had different ideals. They would use the military sometimes to even strike their own citizens and make sure that the government was the most important thing and not the unity of the country.